Nick is the last one, so we are going to wait for him to come. Nick, are you here? No.
Don't worry about
So he's gonna come in and
Sorry?
out.
Don't worry about it. He was quiet.
Okay, is it strong enough? Loud enough? So, now we are talking about the Colosseum. What about the Colosseum? The Colosseum is an amphitheater, that means a double theater on the shape of an ellipse. And it has been built between 71 and 82. Actually, this building had been built to inaugurate and to celebrate the victory over the Jews. If you stand in front of me, just in front, you're going to listen to me very clear. Okay, just in front, over here. So, between 71 and 82, to celebrate the victory of the Roman people over the Jewish, over Jerusalem. You know, at that time, 69 AD, Jerusalem and the Temple of Solomon was destroyed. And as soon as they went back, Vespasian and Titus, they decided not to build this amphitheater. So the name Colosseum is because of a huge statue what's standing in front of this amphitheater. The statue was the one to Nero, because before the building of the Colosseum over here was a huge palace stretching from the top of that hill on your left-hand side to the Palatine Hill. And including this palace where a lake, an artificial one, was. So the Colosseum replaced this lake as soon as Nero was condemned by the Roman people because of the fire, destroying the city. So what about the Colosseum? What went on inside? There were contests between wild animals, and between gladiators, and sometimes there were people killed inside. The shows start early in the morning, and they usually were free of charge. Each person got a piece of clay with the number of the gate on it. You can see the number written on top of each arch. There were 80 entrances to go through, and the people, they get the number of the gate and the number of the steps to go up. The steeper the step, the poorer the person, because the wealthier the people, the nearer to the arena, the spot where all the contests took place. And shows were usually gave free of charge. That means to celebrate the victory of the emperors. Also, sometimes they were paid, but was not so usual. It was very rare. Now, gladiators. What kind of people were the gladiators? Were not free men, and they had sometimes slaves, and just to have the freedom in Rome. But sometimes liberty. They were not like slaves, but working people that had been deported from the places that had been conquered by the Roman people, and they wanted their freedom, also to have belonging. You know, free people in Rome, they had free grain and free bread in Rome, and so after this, they could join this career lasting 4 or 5 years, and it's very reasonable. And they had different ways. Gladiator is from gladium, gladium is a very short sword, and then nets and spears, and they fought each other to death. Only the emperors could decide on the fate of held at the time. And we know that because of the movie that the emperor is from up and down, deciding on to live at to die. And what about wild animals? They were from all over the Roman Empire, tigers, lions, and sometimes also funny animals such like ostriches fighting to each other in a very cruel way because they were starving animals, so without food for days and days. And what about the people that were killed by animals? Usually they were criminals, but also Christian and Jewish people refusing to worship the emperor god. You know, and after this they were killed in here. The show went on to the beginning of the 5th century when, with the falling of the Roman Empire and with the Christian emperors, this kind of games were started. And from that moment on, the Colosseum was turned into a place to be pillaged and for recycle the materials. You can tell that the Roman people they use over here the main material they made was the travertine, this white rock. Squares were 30 kilometers far away from the city. You can see there are many holes on the surface of the marble, and this is because originally there were iron clamps fixing and tightening the marble that had been as iron.